All right. So let's start our science class quickly. Please do not message. Please do not message. So let's quickly mute your mic. Whosoever mic is on, please mute your mic and come on page number 105, science. Hurry up. So you have already read that the solar system is made up of sun and the eight planets. We all know, and we have already drawn the diagram, and we know that our solar system consists of the sun and the planets. How many planets? Eight planets are there. These planets revolve around the sun in fixed path called orbits. They keep rotating among itself also and revolving around the sun also on a fixed path. Every planet has a fixed path. It rotates on its own orbit. In addition to eight planets, the solar system has asteroids, meteors, satellite, dust, and gases. As you can see, other things in the diagram, there are sun, there are planets, plus there are asteroids, meteoroids, and satellites, dust, and gases in the atmosphere. Then, the first thing that we are going to study about the solar system is the sun. The sun is the center of our solar system. We all know that all the planets revolve around the sun, and sun is the center of the solar system. It gives us heat and light. What is the work of the sun? What it give us? It give us heat and light. Without the sun energy, the earth would have no life at all. Yes, it is very important. Otherwise, without sun, the earth would also be in a frozen planet. It would be so cold because in solar system, in space, there is no gas, there is no air, nothing is there, vacuum is there, only vacuum. So in the absence of sun, in the earth has also become a frozen planet. It would have been frozen like Pluto. That Pluto is dwarf planet. Now we cannot see Pluto. It is lost. It has lost its orbit. So we count eight planets. Previously there were nine planets. Pluto was also there, but now Pluto is not there. Similarly, sun is the main source of energy. If the sun would have not been there, there would be had no energy on the earth. Then the sun is the closest star to the earth. It is a hot ball of glowing gases. What it has? Sun has different types of gases, and the most important two gases are there in the sun, that is found hydrogen and helium. These two types of gases are found in the sun. Like our sun, there are numerous other stars scattered around the galaxy, the Milky Way. Our galaxy is termed as Milky Way. What is the name of our galaxy? Milky Way. The average diameter of the sun. Now, this is the size of the sun given. The average diameter of the sun is 8,64,000 miles, which is about 109 times the size of the earth. Means in one sun, 109 earth can merge. Sun is such big star. In sun, 109 earth can go and merge. It is so big. It is mainly composed of two gases, underlying hydrogen and helium. The temperature at the center of the sun is about 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. Can you imagine? We live in the temperature of 25 degree, 30 degree, 35 degree, 40, 45, maximum, maximum 50 to 52. Hmm. Now imagine the temperature of the sun, 27 million degree. Matlab you cannot even go near it. If you go, you will just burn into ashes. 27 million degrees Fahrenheit, extremely hot, extremely burning. Then uh, let's read about the moon also. And we are going to stop after moon. We are going to study two parts today, the sun and the moon. So let's come on to the moon. The moon is the biggest and the brightest thing that we see in the night sky. Yes, in the night when you go on the terrace and you look up in the sky, what you see? The moon, the most big and the brightest thing in the sky when we go in night on the terrace is the moon. Rest are the stars, but stars are very small. They are not actually small. They are even bigger than the sun, but they are so far from us that they look a tiny, tiny. They look like tiny stars. The moon is the biggest and the brightest thing that we see in the night sky. It is the only place beyond the earth where we humans have set foot. We have reached till moon. It is the natural satellite of the earth. It revolves around the earth on its orbit. Then the distance between the earth and the moon is around 3,84,800 kilometers. What is the distance? Mute your mic, children. Beta, mute your mic. I cannot shout. I'm already not feeling well at all. Please mute your mic, Manvi. The distance between the Earth and the Moon is around 3,84,400 kilometers. Now, Earth and Moon distance is this much. Lucknow and Delhi distance is 500 kilometers. Now, imagine the distance between the Earth and the Moon, 3 lakhs 84,400 kilometers. The Moon is slowly moving away from the Earth. It is slowly going away from the Earth, getting about an inch farther every year. Every year it go 1 inch away from the earth. The moon is less than a third the width of the earth. Now moon is one third of the earth. Sun, in sun 109 earth can go. Sun is so big. Earth is bigger than the moon. Moon is one third of the earth. It has the radius of 1737.5 kilometers. The moon does not have any light of its own. We all know this. It reflects the light of the sun that falls on it. As the moon orbits the earth, different parts of it are in the sunlight or darkness at different times. Thus, the shape appears to change the way we see the moon go through its phases. Sometimes we see full moon, sometimes we see half moon, sometimes we see crescent moon. So, different phases means different parts of light is falling on the moon. Moon is facing earth, sun is facing here, sunlight is falling on the moon. Then what happens when what? When full sunlight falls on the earth, moon is there in front, we see full moon. When moon is getting half sunlight of the earth, of the sun, and half portion is in the dark, we see the half moon. So we call it different phases of moon. Who is this messaging while the class is going on? Raja Bhai, who is this Raja Bhai? I will remove you from the class. I'm telling you, I've already told you I cannot shout. Then, so first new moon we cannot see, it is totally blank. Then second is crescent moon. Look at the diagram. Then third is first quarter means half. Then gibbous moon, more than half. Full moon, complete moon. Then comes again gibbous moon, again one third is gone in the darkness. Then last quarter means a half, and then crescent moon very less, and then again the new moon. This cycle continues. First little bit, then more, then quarter, then half, then full. Again it becomes quarter, then half, then little, then crescent, then less, and then no moon at all. So there are 50, it takes place in 15 days, two times a month we see full moon. Okay, every 15 days. Then the atmosphere on the moon is very thin and weak, and it is called an exosphere. It does not provide any protection from the radiation of the sun or from meteoroids. You have seen, when you must have seen the moon, when the full moon is there, you have seen dark patches on the moon. Yes, what is that? Those dark patches on the moon are the big craters. Crater means big ditches, big ducks. Ditches पता है क्या होता है? The big craters. What happens in earth, we have different layers of the air called atmosphere, but on the moon we don't have different layers of the air. There is only one layer, that is exosphere. And exosphere is very thin layer, so it cannot protect the ultraviolet rays of the sun. First thing. Second, it does not protect the moon from meteoroids. Meteoroids, the asteroids or meteoroids that flow in the that rotates in the space, they fall on the moon. When they fall on the moon, they directly hit the surface on the moon, and as they are in the big so much of speed, as they hit the surface of the moon, they become a big ditch or crater. You can see on the right hand side picture a big crater on the moon. Can you see the picture? This is due to when the asteroid or meteoroid hit the moon surface. Meteoroids and asteroids fall on the earth also, but because of the different layers of the earth. When it enters the earth, it is in so much of speed that it burns into ashes, and when it fall on the earth's surface, it fall in the form of ash. The meteoroid comes in the Earth's surface due to different layers of gases. It burns up. Have you seen that broken star sometimes we see in the night and we call it a Tuta Tara? Have you seen that? That is not a Tuta Tara. It's not a broken star. It's meteoroid that enters the earth. And they are in so much of speed that when they enter, they got burned. And when they get burned, we see that something is shining and going in the sky with high speed. Have you seen that? So what happens? It enters. So next time, whenever you see that in the sky, don't believe it is a broken star. No, it is a meteoroid that has entered the earth. And because of the different layers, it got burned up, and it keep burning, and by the time it falls on the earth's surface, it burns and fall as ashes, so that nobody get hurt. Because on earth people live. Now imagine if it does not burn and big asteroids and meteoroids fall on the head of the people, we all will die. Now imagine the speed of the meteoroid. You can, by looking at the crater on the moon, the moon crater is so big. So big craters are formed. Now imagine if any meteoroid fall on your head. What will happen? You will go under the ground. Obviously, yes. So there are different gases, layers of gases on the earth which protects earth from meteoroids and asteroids also. But on the moon, no layers of gases are there, only one layer is there, exosphere, so it is not able to protect the moon from asteroids and meteoroids falling it. They fall, they make big craters. Now is it clear to everybody? Let's move forward. Let's move forward. The gravity on the surface of the moon is one-sixth of the earth. Now gravity is also less on the moon. For example, if your weight is 60 kgs on the earth, 60 kgs on the earth, then you will weigh 10 kgs on the moon. Whatever your weight is, you divide it by 6. That weight you will be on the moon. Automatically, you will be lighter. So, you send any hefty, big, fatty man on the moon, and he will also feel very light. His weight will be reduced to one-sixth. So, if your weight is 60, you will be only 10 kgs. Now, imagine. If your weight is 24 kgs, then your weight will be how many kgs on the moon? 4 kgs. 6 fours are 24. Imagine. Imagine Agam Dhyani 4 kg on the moon. Agam Dhyani will weight 4 kg on the moon. Imagine. He will be so light. You know, he will be so light like a balloon. It will go in minus. Okay, now. Let's read one more paragraph on the moon. A long time back, moon had active volcanoes. Previously, moon had volcanoes also. However, they are all dormant today. Dormant means the volcanoes are not working now. A steady rain of asteroids and meteoroids on the surface of the moon has left numerous craters, a big, large hole in the ground. Tycho crater, underline, Tycho crater is more than 85 kilometers wide. Now, it was such a big crater. 85 kilometers, imagine. The moon's surface is covered with powdered dust and rocky debris. Debris means small pebbles. The moon is the most explored heavenly body in our solar system. The number of spacecrafts and different space agencies around the world have visited the moon. Now, most of all, the whole world has visited moon. Everybody has reached the moon. It is the only place beyond the earth where humans have set foot. The first man missioned to the moon happened on July 16, 1969. On this day, Apollo 11, Saturn 5, underline July 16, 1969 is important date, and then Apollo 11 and Saturn 5. Wait a minute. Apollo 11 and Saturn 5 space was launched from Cape Kennedy Space Center. You have to underline this, Florida. USA carrying Commander Neil Armstrong, module pilot Michael Collins, and lunar module pilot Edwin Buzz Aldrin. The launched module Eagle landed on the moon July 1969. Underline this. Eagle launched on the moon July 1969. This was the first spacecraft to launch on the moon. At about 109 hours 42 minutes after the launch, Armstrong put his first step on the moon. He, along with Aldrin, spent 2 hours 31 minutes on the moon. They were for 2 hours and 31 minutes on the moon collecting samples. He described the event as one small step for man, a giant leap for mankind. Now, have you understood about the sun and the moon? What is sun made up of? What is moon made up of? Yes. Now your today's work is now listen carefully. Listen carefully. Your today's work is that you have to read the portion that I have explained. Okay. The sun and the moon you have to read. Plus you have to read good to know. Two good to know are given there. You have to read that. Yes, good to know also. Both good to know. I'm not giving you any written work in science today. No written work in science today. You only have to read the portion that I have explained. Written work is there in English language and in maths. Okay? Yes. So now we are going to meet tomorrow in the next class. Take care. Bye bye.